Okay. All right. Yeah, that should be it. Welcome to Swords Everywhere. I'm Heather, president of Gamer.
I am James.
I'm Sean.
I'm Jake, resident person.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the last podcast of the year.
It's dynamite.
It really is dynamite.
Wow.
Yeah, we're
Catchphrases.
I always say that.
You have to say it like like Blackula, like
It's dynamite.
Yeah.
Now that offends me.
Blackula offends you.
Yes.
But you're what?
They don't know that.
Well, they do now.
They do now. Yeah.
Take that.
You have to ruin the illusion. They hear dynamite, they think I'm black.
Because you didn't say it right.
It's
As
dynamite.
as an honorary black person, I'm offended by that.
Don't cross that line.
No, Ace is an honorary black person
I'm
though.
pretty cool.
Let's veer away from that line.
Mine.
So we are small today because it's finals week.
Everyone's mentally checked out a week ago.
Except
Pretty
for me.
much. Well, yeah. You don't actually go here.
No, I do not.
You don't even go here.
You know what I don't miss? Finals.
Yeah, you got to graduate.
I know that great.
God, I didn't know you graduated.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The more
But with an art degree.
Yeah, with an art degree.
Huge finger quotes over that.
Oh, I'm on track to get an English degree, so yeah.
You can do stuff with that.
I mean, you can-
It's like, you all cool, you draw us tattoos? No.
I mean, you can be a teacher.
Yeah,
But,
I'm thinking I
what-
need to switch to LEd, but that's another thing.
But what
So.
can you do with an art degree?
I can starve.
That's pretty much all you can do.
Oh, yes.
Kelly's here too.
Kelly's in the corner.
Yeah, I'm in the corner
Kelly
typing
corner.
quietly.
So Gamer, we're having a party this week, and we're doing a Yankee swap and stuff. And Sean got us Cards Against Humanities.
Oh.
Humanities? Plural? Like the studies? Heather, what?
Yes.
Cards Against the Humanities.
Is
as
it
a
plural?
whole. No, it's humanities.
I would
Oh,
play
okay.
that card game so hard.
Yeah, I'd probably play Cards Against Humanities as well.
It's the
But-
same game.
Oh, for those who don't know, it's like apples to apples, but with very evil, vile things.
It's
Mm.
my
And
game.
The box
intense.
literally says a party game for terrible people.
Which
So,
we are.
Oh
yes.
god, that's me to a T.
So that's a lot of fun. We didn't really do anything special in Otaku.
No.
Mostly because, like we said, everybody sort of just checked out.
Usually for Otaku meetings, as it's gone, the last meeting of the semester, either we do something really big or we do jack shit. So, yeah.
I think it's an every other year thing.
Kind of, yeah.
But Thanks Geeking this year was awesome.
Thanks, Geeking
so
went great. By the way.
yeah.
Yeah, that was super fun. So glad.
I don't know if we got any new listeners from the other clubs. I doubt it. I sincerely doubt it. But we enjoyed having you guys.
If there are any, please make yourselves vocal.
Yes.
I hate checking the YouTube page and seeing no comments.
Well,
I don't have
yeah.
a YouTube account. Sorry.
Well, we have a decent amount of views for like a college podcast. Like,
Does it track multiple views from the same person, or?
I have no idea.
And we can't tell if they just accidentally clicked us
Well, I don't think.
and just didn't listen to the whole thing at all.
Well, if any consolation, I listened to the whole thing. So,
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
even though I'm here for the thing.
So, another thing that happened this week.
Yeah.
When was it?
It was.
The weekends, Sunday
this-
night.
Was it Sunday?
I'm guessing.
No, it was. It was Saturday.
Saturday.
think.
This past Saturday
Maybe
was
not, I don't
Spike TV's blah blah annual 2012
Video Game
Video
Awards,
Game Awards.
also known as Samuel L. Jackson, shows you a bunch of new trailers.
I love that man.
Honestly, the commercials with Sam Jackson as like a baby, hysterical. Like, I laughed my ass off every time I saw them.
But
Didn't make me want to watch the VGAs because in past years they've been terrible.
Past
but
years, the VGAs have been uniformly terrible. So
from what I understand, I didn't actually watch it, but we're going to be talking about them a little bit because we've got the list of winners and such in front of us, and we've all played the games. Well, not all of us, but most of us know at least a bit about the games that won. but from what I understand, they're trying to be more E3-esque in that, like, they want to do trailers and stuff, and like half the awards happen off screen.
I feel that they don't give any shits about the awards, except maybe Game of the Year. Mm-hmm. And they really are just pushing the trailers and reveals more and more. They really want to be a mini E3 type thing. I wish they'd just do that.
Well, what was the first Game of the Year you said?
Oh, like when I started, it was like, wow, this is really as bad as you. This is an Onion article. Like Madden won Game of the Year 1 year. Like this is 1 year. It was like, are you fucking kidding me? But they've seriously, even the dumb ones, like the dumb ones last year's proper games won the proper awards. It's everything else that's been stupid. Like so. It's getting better. Like, this year, VGA 10 was the most respectable year yet, but also the lightest on new trailers, games, and reveals. So, that's kind of weird.
I'm fine with that, though. Like, I would rather it be an awards show than another E3 clone.
Do we really need an awards show when we have so many award things to pick from
on
websites?
We don't have... That's the thing. There's a bunch of websites and certain people's opinions, and not, like, the... Because video games is an up-and-coming media format like movies and TVs are, and they already have their award ceremonies.
Yeah, but do we all really care about the Oscars?
Like,
no, because I'm not into...
Like, movie buffs, though, they are.
Like, if we're going into that, then it's like, do we really need superlatives for anything?
Well, I have my Game of the Year stuff that I have my own personal ones, and I have, like, I don't know.
But people
I don't know.
People like to make lists.
The other thing is, I know from working at GameStop around the Christmas season, like having something like that.
Say Game of the Year on it sells.
Yeah, it sells, and not only that, it's like people think that parents think that they know their kids more than like a fellow gamer would, and it's frustrating to no end because like I'd ask them, we try and ask them leading questions and be like, well, what other games do they like? What systems do they have? Like, half the time the parents don't even know what system it is. They're like, it's the Nintendo. And I'm like, okay, which one? So,
and they could very well be talking about an Xbox.
They really could. And
them cubes and them boxes.
I had to set up so many Xbox Live subscriptions the year that I was working the holiday season. And it was like... I really just want to be like, I don't have an Xbox. Call Microsoft. Like, this is not my problem.
Over the phone?
Yeah.
Damn, people are stupid.
Like calling GameStop. I'm like, I just sold you the thing. Like,
it's like signing up for any email.
That's it. From here on out.
Yeah. You're on your own, kid. No, but like, honestly, like, as much as GameStop politics are kind of weird and you're not supposed to, my advice was always like, if you don't know enough, get them a gift card. Because we don't want to do returns. Like, they're a pain in the ass. But
and I know you were going like, well, this will serve the company, and I would have obviously said the same thing, but just give them money. But no, to be able to look and say, well, this one Game of the Year, it must be a good game. Like, but
that helps them.
So many games now, if they have enough money behind them, get a Game of the Year edition, even if they like.
Well, yeah, really. But.
And Game of the Year is like, there is, as one of my favorite podcast people said, the Mayor of America does not pin a badge on the most special game of the year every year. There is no uniform thing. Thank you, Michael Raparez. So, I don't know. Yeah,
I'm just saying it's helpful to know, and even with the Oscars, like, I'm not a huge movie buff, but like, if I'm like, well, this did really well, it probably is a good movie. Maybe I should see it, and like.
And usually, if it's got a Game of the Year edition, it's probably a good game. Like,
I don't know if we have a friend who doesn't watch trailers. I know for movies at least. I don't know if does he watch game trailers too?
Who are we talking about?
Dan.
Dan, no. Well, it depends. It depends, from what I understand.
Yeah.
If it's say if like Metal Gear Solid 5. Well, no, Ground Zeroes. This was a good example. Ground Zeroes was announced, which is the new Metal Gear Solid game, and he was like, watch it, do I not watch it, do I watch it? And he watched it the first 10 minutes, and he's like, okay, I'm done. Like, so,
I'm like that too. If there's something I'm really anticipating, I want to be surprised. I'll watch, the big reveal trailer, and then that's it. Then I wait and sit on my hands for 9 months.
But I'm saying, like, an awards show might help that decision as well,
Yep.
especially for somebody who avoids trailers because they don't want to be spoiled on anything.
Yeah.
Also, in terms of having an award show, people who watch it are going to watch it, and people who aren't. Like, I will not watch the VGAs. I will not watch the Oscars. I don't care who wins awards. I like what I like, and I know what I like. So, it's a fun sentence to say. But, so, like, having that mentality, like, the VGAs have almost no bearing on me. So, I mean, there are people who are like that, who do not actually need to watch the VGAs or don't want to watch the VGAs. It's a spectacle. It's a sort of thing for someone who would be interested in sort of superlative awards, or someone who would be interested in knowing which game was good for the game of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't... Games winning awards wouldn't affect my purchasing decisions, because by that point, if a game's winning an award, it's been out long enough that I've either bought it or not.
This is true. These are games that have been out for almost a year now.
So...
My point is, I don't think we need another...
Yeah.
Like, we already have E3. We're getting, like, PAX development now, too. And, like...
PAX Australia.
PAX Australia. I would love to go to that. Oh my god.
That,
can you imagine?
Twitter already serves amazingly in terms of getting news out about video game development.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Like...
I mean, it was just, like, at the same time, like, I'll never say no to game announcements. Like, I want to see that shit. Ugh.
Like, with Twitter, I don't even need to go to PAX. I can. I mean,
you do.
Yes,
well,
you do.
Yes, you
James.
do.
Yes, you do.
I know there's all that
Kind of
good,
do.
that good stuff they give you. Ooh, free stuff.
Not even that. Just the
I want to meet
experience.
developers, like meet people I know worked on games.
Meeting
That's so cool.
the BioWare people last year. Oh god, it's amazing.
I got to meet
You
the
wrote
Able Gamer
Garrus.
people. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They had Able Gamers had an accessibility arcade. They had their like portable one, and that was really neat. I was like, I can play this game. Hell yeah! They had a game for blind people there that was like really like I didn't even think about that. Like, it's hard enough for me to play with one hand. Like, there's dudes that like play games using straws, and I'm like, why am I complaining?
There's
like,
a video I saw recently of a guy who's like quadriplegic or something, and he used a straw, and he soloed Mass Effect 3 multiplayer on silver.
fuck.
That's awesome. I want to play with him.
Seriously.
You could look that up if you want.
I mean, but you guys have, your developers that you like to meet and everything. I wouldn't want to meet anyone except maybe Bobby Kotick to maybe punch him. But,
see, the thing I liked about PAX, and the reason I'm only going Friday this year, besides the fact that Saturday is now sold out, and the 3-day pass was sold out in 24 hours, something like that.
Okay.
Saturday is sold out?
Saturday only is sold out now.
After 3 days, it'll then be Saturday. It's sold out quickly.
But I'm going Friday only because of the concerts. Like, that alone is worth $35 to me.
Who's playing this year?
It should be Proto Man, Metroid
Any
Metal.
chance of
My
Final
life.
Fantasy? Like, that's the only way
I just want to see the Proto Men.
They're really good.
hate
And
you.
apparently at PAX Seattle, PAX Prime, they played a new song from Act 3.
Oh,
And
they did,
I
yeah.
died. I was like, why am I not there?
Well, have you bought your Friday ticket yet?
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
bought it.
Okay, because I remember when the 3-day pass sold it, you're like, I gotta get Saturday and Friday real quick.
See, I was gonna, and then I ended up getting a Friday pass for Joel for Christmas.
Okay.
He already knows that, so
Didn't
it's
care
not gonna
enough
matter.
about him to get him the 2-day.
Well, because
There is no 2 day.
No.
Well,
Not
you
anymore.
have to-
There was at the time.
it was like, what, $70? Fuck him.
Oh, love him.
I'll-
It's wonderful.
I'll spend 35. That's fine.
You can show
Se-
us the
somewhere-
70 total
somewhere-
for me
somewhere-
and him to go, but
When you said that, somewhere off in the distance, Joel was walking along, stopped, and frowned.
Possible on Facebook chat right now with an unhappy face.
he is actually on Facebook chat, if anybody wants to say anything to him. But he said he had absolutely no opinions about any of the games that won things this year, so,
Because he
Yeah,
plays
let's not get
the Wii U.
There were no Zelda stuff up for...
Well, no. Well, Super Mario Brothers the new Super Mario Brothers U won Best Wii/Wii U game.
Guess what? You never would have known that by watching it. It's on the bottom in like a ticker. If you're that like.
Oh.
See, that's like
that's the worst part.
Yeah, they should decide to be an awards show, or they should decide to be.
And I feel they should be a just trailer show. Whatever.
Well, we have so many of those, though.
I don't care. I could always use more.
I just feel like they need to pick one side of the fence. I don't care which one.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if they did full award show either, but I don't think they're gonna, and I think they're already leading towards let's just do trailers. So that's where they get the more money from. It's like Hideo Kojima is publicly saying that he likes to reveal stuff at the VGAs now, and that actually kind of made me hurt inside a little bit. But
well, it's because of the large viewership.
And speaking of him, there's a big thing we could talk about on that. But do we want to get into or do you want to say something else first? What happened at the VGA 10? Like,
I've not seen it, so I don't know anything what happened.
Yeah, I mean, we can. I would just say that, like, I think it's the difference between it being on Spike and everything else happening on G4, which is apparently getting rebranded.
Yeah, I've heard that so many times now, and I just don't care.
Yeah,
like, when it was Tech TV, it was good. But...
Yeah.
This is how the conversation always goes.
Yeah. Tech TV was good.
It was good.
I don't care.
It had good anime shows.
X-Play went down the tube after the couch disappeared. Oh.
But I don't care about G4 at all. I don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's all cops and cheaters.
Like I tried.
It really is. Like, why?
Why is cops on G4?
Like I tried to watch the E3 coverage of GTTV or GT. The G4's GTTV coverage.
No, GTTV is Spike. Game trailers.
That's what it was. Like we're watching one of
which I watched them.
We're watching one of the live performances, and like.
There's one I still respected, Jeff Keighley, before that picture.
That picture.
No, I don't care about him anymore.
Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about some of the games that.
Okay, so the biggest thing out of VGA 10, I'm just gonna say was this game called The Phantom Pain, which was they showed this.
Is it about me? It's about Phantom Limb.
Dude.
Oh.
Here we go. Anyway. So, the trailer, it opens with some, like, it's a woozy thing of some guy in a bed, and then some doctor comes over to him and he's like, you've been in a coma for a very long time. Like, you may have some problems. And then he, like, puts his hands up to his face. His right hand's still there.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
But his left hand is, like, cut off right here, and there's, like, a mechanical, a prosthetic with a hook thing at the end.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be a Rayman reboot, and you just had no arms.
A very dark Rayman reboot.
I would buy that game. I'd play the shit out of that.
And then it just flashes between random moments of some other guy with a big bandaged face making you move around, and some like military guys are assaulting this like hospital rat, killing people. And while this is happening, words are flashing indiscriminately on this thing like, what is going on? Who are these people? Are they trying to kill me? What is happening? And then other random crazy stuff happens. Like at one point, you see a flaming unicorn, just like it's a unicorn made of fire, just like go past you.
I'm sold.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then later on, you see a giant flaming whale come over and but here we go. So and that keeps going crazy.
There's
and crazy.
More?
The guy you see him from third person. And his back of the head is like a big, like a mullet-style hairdo thing. He's got bandages and stuff. You never really see his face directly close. And then after that, after it all ends, before it all, it shows the studio is called Moby Dick Studios, which no one had ever heard of before. This, like, everyone went nuts on Twitter, on everything. And like, who the fuck are Moby Dick Studios? What is this? We've never heard of them. And then they found, like, a shell of a website, which you could probably find. And it says, Moby Dick Studios is a Swedish game development studio founded by Joakim Mogren. And it's like, what? And then Joakim is a anagram of Kojima.
Oh.
And Mogren has the word ogre in it, which Hideo Kojima has frequently talked about his Project Ogre. And then other things. And NeoGAF found all these little things that we now believe the Phantom Pain is not, and that's what it was called. It's simply, the Phantom Pain is not that at all. It is either Metal Gear Solid 5 or a teaser for Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes or this is what I'm hoping, it's his original new game that isn't set in Metal Gear, but it seems very likely that it involves Metal Gear.
I would love it to not be Metal Gear.
Yes, that's pretty much been the reaction from everyone but Dan.
I love Metal Gear,
Me
but
too, but
I've had enough
Dan's
Metal
got
Gear.
like 12 boners for Metal Gear.
No. So when
At
I told
once.
him that, I said, you win no matter what in this situation. The only way you don't win, but even then you win, is if this actually is made by Joachim Morgren by a Swedish game development studio, and it's a cool new IP. But
all I know is that I'd be disappointed if I
it's
can't
like
play
certain. It's a
Unicorns.
certainty right now that Kojima's like involved. Like there's so much evidence, and so that's the big thing. And people are kind of annoyed and puzzled, and also like, wow, Kojima, you really trolled us. Like,
He would
I think
do
that's
that.
cool, though. I think that
I
that's
know,
a
but
cool thing to do.
it was his way of, I think, and we're wondering if it was a cruel joke of like this industry is starved for new IPs right now, like not sequels, and we want, like Dishonored showed, we all really want a new universe or new something that doesn't have a 2 at the end. So I wanted it to be not Metal Gear. I
Well,
want.
speaking of sequels, let's see how many were actually a lot of the things that won
how
were
many?
sequels.
Yes. Not a-
Sequels and
Um,
reboots.
Yay!
Let's see. The best Xbox 360 game was Halo 4. That beating out Dishonored, Borderlands 2, and Assassin's Creed 3.
That's a lot of numbers. You're right.
Basically, all of those games won something though
Yeah.
at some point. Like
Yeah, it's all the
if
same
it was
games.
a AAA Xbox game, it won something at some point.
Best shooter, Borderlands 2,
Yeah,
which-
beating out
That-
Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Halo 4, and Max Payne 3, which are all sequels.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that because, like Halo 4 winning Best Xbox makes sense because it's the only exclusive on that list, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, Borderlands 2 was fucking awesome.
It does surprise me that Borderlands. I mean, I like Borderlands 2
One
better.
best shooter.
Yeah, that it beat out the Call of Duty and the Halo Legion.
I'm
sure.
glad it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a better game.
Yeah, but I wouldn't classify it as a shooter first and foremost.
Oh,
Like,
well-
it is
Really?
partially.
I mean, like,
It is.
Yeah.
It is an role-playing shooter,
I mean, like,
loot
you're
fest
in
thing,
first
action.
person.
I mean,
thing.
that's
Yeah.
what Dishonored.
I know, but it's like comparing Borderlands 2 and Halo 4. They're completely different games, practically. Like,
yeah, like that. Like no one's here saying that they're like all in the same category. This is just like really like it's very general when
it fully
great
deserves
game.
it. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
Both best RPG and best multiplayer games were all sequels. Best RPG was Mass Effect 3 won, and it was up against Diablo 3, Torchlight 2. Oh, sorry, Xenoblade Chronicles. Is that
Yes.
a sequel?
No.
I mean,
It's something in the Xeno series, but it's not really, and it was something
Yeah.
that everyone wanted to come over here, I
they're still doing
think.
the Xeno series.
Yeah.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
Yeah, Alex is
And
happy.
best multiplayer was Borderlands 2 beat out Call of Duty Black Ops 2,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Guild Wars 2, and Halo 4.
I feel like Borderlands 2 multiplayer is what Fallout multiplayer will be like.
I'm okay with that.
That's what I want it to be.
Best fighting game was all sequels.
Best fighting game was not set on stage at all.
It was Dead or Alive 5, Persona 4, which is the one that
The
won.
fighting game.
The Reno one was
Reno
good.
one,
Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which I guess isn't
Oh.
technically a sequel,
Oh.
but
It's not, but it's
and Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
yeah. Which one won?
2.
Yeah. That was Persona 4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, I can't think of a fighting game that isn't a sequel aside from maybe Sony All Stars.
Yeah, nobody makes new
Persona
fighting
4.
games. Right? Well,
yeah.
no, that was based on a previous
Yeah.
series. Yeah. So.
But yeah, Game of the Year and also Studio of the Year. Both same thing. Telltale Games, The Walking Dead game.
Yes.
Yes.
And that
Which,
won Game of the Year.
Which I need to get
Yeah.
into.
I just finished. I just finished up with
It is-
episode 2.
Yes.
Episode.
I
liked it.
I keep
It's-
hitting the wrong thing, like, because it's honestly, like, I'm playing it on PC, and there's no remappable buttons, which is such an easy thing to do, but,
Make your voice
people-
heard.
but people don't think about it, and it's like one of the Able Gamers actually came up with a whole list of, like, shit to put in your game for disabled gamers. And they have, like, tiers. They have, like, you know, God tier, you're really thinking about the disabled gamers, and, like, tier 1, you should have this for regular people, too. And remappable keys is one of them. That's, like, so easy to put in. But, I felt bad, because, like, it's not necessarily an easy game. Like, it's story-driven. It's not supposed to be, like, super hard to play. And for me, it kind of was. And that was a little frustrating. But the story, fantastic.
Yep.
So good. And I love the art, too.
Yes. A lot of games try to do that living comic book kind of thing occasionally, and they did it best so far, I think.
Yeah. And speaking of art, although I don't have a PS3, I played a little bit on Kat's Journey won Best PS3 game, and it's so pretty.
It's a very pretty. I don't know. I've never fully sold.
Well,
on that.
it was up against Dishonored, Borderlands 2, and Assassin's Creed 3, and again, that's the only exclusive. So,
and I honestly really think that I prefer my Journey as a PS3 exclusive winning that one.
Dishonored was a PS3 exclusive?
No.
Journey.
Why?
Journey was the only one.
Why is it on that list?
Because they did both cross-platform games for Xbox and PS3.
Okay. All
so
right.
yeah, that's the only.
Like I've played through a little bit of Journey, and I really enjoyed it.
It was cool. Like I love. It's definitely. And this like I hate the girl gamer stereotype, but sometimes I'm really bad. And like for me, it was like he's so cute. Look at the sound he makes. Oh my god.
Well, consolation. That's I did too. So. As I was like, this is so soothing.
Like the same reason I play Hunters in World of Warcraft, because you get pets. Yeah, like it's bad, and like then I look at myself and I'm like, fuck you, fuck everything you stand for.
It's not because Hunters are OP.
No,
they totally are.
Well, my main now is a warrior, but I do collect pets. When they had the new pet system in World of Warcraft, it works like Pokemon, and
it's Pokemon from what I heard.
It's so fun. But anyway, that's has nothing to do with any of this.
The next biggest big announcement at VGAs was Dark Souls 2, which they released a trailer for that. It was a pre-rendered trailer, but it's a very pretty pre-rendered trailer. You go.
Wasn't Dark Souls a sequel to Demon's
Souls?
Souls?
Dark Souls was sort of a sequel to Demon's Souls. It's like sort of a different company, and they weren't entirely allowed to. I don't know exactly how it works. I wish Michael Grimm was here to explain it.
I thought they were both from Software. From Software.
No, I don't think from.
That's the name of the company, From Software.
What is that?
So it's from Software.
Yeah.
They did Armored Core.
Can we look this up?
Anyway, keep going with the list. We're doing this.
So yeah, the best Wii/Wii U game was New Super Mario Brothers U, and I wish Joel was here to talk about it because he beat it like twice already. The others were that it was up against were The Last Story, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Zombie U.
Oh, it's probably you didn't win out.
Well, apparently the new Super Mario Brothers game was awesome, and I haven't seen the multiplayer yet, but Jim and Joel played through it, and apparently they beasted. Like
they won't tell you otherwise.
Because Kelly pulled it up. The Dark Souls is a spiritual successor to Demon's Souls.
Okay.
I don't think they had the full rights to it. I don't exactly remember, but it's essentially a sequel to. But now I suppose they could have done like Dastardly Souls for the third one. So, like
I would have loved that actually.
That would have been wonderful. But. Yeah.
I did like the title. The first one was Demon's Souls.
Well, I still,
like
Demon's Souls. So, but yeah, and the big thing with Dark Souls, Demon's Souls, it's like it's fucking difficult. It's very, but it's all, and it's very depressing. But it's like it's got an incredibly devoted fan base, and it's something I want to try. But I know that I will never really be able to be that big into it. And I love that it doesn't hide the fact, like its marketing tagline is "Prepare to Die." That is literally its marketing tagline. So
I have a friend whose favorite game series is Ninja Gaiden because it's just like like you turn the game on and it punches you in the
Yeah.
face. Like
It's not even fun.
Like, it wasn't that hard. All the people complained about it. But there's no number.
Bravo,
yeah.
So,
Ace.
Well, like I saw Bayonetta too, and I was like, how do you understand what's going on? Like I have no idea.
That's like a regular. I mean,
Heather would appreciate this. One time I was on the phone, I was playing Devil May Cry 3 with one hand, comboing out like no one's business.
I was right there with
You
you.
were
I
like
loved-
the god of gaming then.
I just love combo-based, like, online fighting games like that, like per person. lot of
Another
fun.
one that I haven't picked up yet, and I want to, is the best PC game of the year was XCOM. Enemy
You should pick it up
unknown.
because it's really good.
Well, I played the first one, and like, obviously the first one was fun, and like I like the randomness of it and stuff. And apparently they kept all that, and they kept the turn based and all that stuff, which is awesome. And it's just got updated graphics,
Yeah, like I downloaded,
which is really cool.
downloaded the demo for the PS3.
Yeah, have you played the
it's really
demo?
fun.
I haven't, no.
Can you get like a demo on Steam or something? Or
Probably.
Okay, I played the demo and even I found it fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like I tried to like play it and hate it, and then I was like, oh wait, no, this is really fun. Cause
Yeah.
most people like things. I'm like, oh.
But no, I played the original, and I was really worried that they were going to go like first-person shooter with it.
Well,
And
That's what it was looking.
that's
is it-
what. There's another.
There's another
XCOM
one,
game,
right? Yeah.
Which is that's exactly what they're going to do. That thing seems to be stuck in the worst pit of development hell right now. So
I'm fine with that.
Well,
Good.
yeah, I was, but then one of the premises they had sounded interesting, but it sounds like they ditched that now. But they had like it was going to be set in the 50s, and you play as a closeted gay guy,
Huh.
which was like
Kind of cool.
oh.
All right.
But now they appear to have ditched that too. So
A closeted gay guy in the 50s, that would be interesting.
yeah. So
That would be hella interesting. I played that game, and I'm not a big gamer.
So yeah, what else did we get?
Feedback,
Best
news
best
stories.
shooter, Borderlands 2. Yeah. Best action adventure game, Dishonored. I didn't actually play Dishonored.
play it. Well, it's again maybe difficult for you.
Well, the thing is, like, from what I understand, you can go like sneaky with it,
Yeah.
which I can actually do. Like with Splinter Cell, I played Splinter Cell, and like
What would you?
you could either do like, you know, balls to the walls, like
Yeah.
I'm fucking Master Chief in it, or you can sneak around. And as long as I can take time and sneak and like,
You can't, James. What would you say?
Uh,
You think she
I
can
think
handle it?
I think they have remappable keys for the PC, so you could, you know, if you get caught, you could probably figure your way out of a situation. Because unlike most stealth games, you can run and like you can lose sight of the bad guys and hide, and then you'll be like, "Well, that was that. Let's go back to let's
Which is
go
still one of the best things in a
Let's go-
stealth game. Like,
let's go back to
I
our
forgot
regular
this guy
patrol.
ever existed.
Let's not tell anyone else about this."
Why are we here?
They have an existential crisis.
They really do.
You just like they literally seem like, and the best thing, which I showed a comic too, is you can't exactly take cover, but you can hide behind like say a big crate, and you can hold a certain button and then lean out from the crate. And even if the guy is looking right at you leaning out, he can't see you.
Oh, that
So
mental image is awesome.
And that's exactly, there's a comic, it's like, I am the darkness in the night, I am the knife in the shadows, and it shows him leaning, and this guard's looking at him, and he's like, you can't see me because I'm leaning. It's like,
That's just a game mechanic.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's an interesting one.
Spike games are awesome.
well, I'll have to pick that up then.
Definitely. Totes.
Totes. Let's see. A category I care nothing about: best individual sports game.
I kind of like the winner for that.
Look,
It's SSX. What
SSX.
what
Well,
sport is that?
It's
snowboarding.
It was
all
Super
right.
Snowboarding Extreme. Or
Have you ever played SSX Tricky back in the PS2 days?
No, the only real sports game I played was Tony Hawk,
It's,
which is hardly a
it's,
sports
it's
game.
a lot like that, but with snowboarding, funky music.
It's like the latest one. I played the shit out of the demo for it, and I like. It's like, and you just try to keep that trick thing up going as long as you can. But if you hit the ground, it's so painful. But
I like-
yeah, that's worth it.
I like my games to have at least some semblance of a story.
There's no story.
So yeah, that would be.
I mean,
I'm okay. I like both. I mean, I like story more, but I'm perfectly fine with just snowboard.
it's like buying a puzzle game.
Do you play
you know?
any puzzle games?
I play some tower defense games on my phone that I've paid for,
Yeah. So.
but
I mean,
there's
like
no
I
story.
do. I don't know. I mean, I play puzzle games, but there's still a bit of a story to the puzzle game that I play.
Really?
But I don't know, like
Jewel
It's-
Quest.
I'm surprised. Do you
God.
really need a story to make? I'm not trying to be.
Well-
Fuck you, Heather. You need a fucking story. But
again,
I-
my situation's a little different in that, like, I don't,
I know.
you know, I don't play a game just to
Yeah, I
like
mean,
I sit and enjoy it, and then it's an experience for me.
yeah, even Magic cards have flavor text.
Yeah.
You're all right.
Which I love.
It's a little something extra.
Well, you can make up your story. Be like, okay, this guy has to do 20 ollies or his sister will die.
That is fantastic.
He needs money for a kidney transplant.
Right. I would play that game in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Where's your imagination,
It's,
Heather?
it's just a cross between God, I'm gonna rip this, aren't I? What was that movie?
I don't know.
I know, it's awful, but just saying that.
Citizen Kane. It was Citizen
Yeah,
Kane.
Citizen Kane, but with it.
No.
No.
That's a joke on me.
It's just like Taken with Tony Hawk. It's just like
Taken and Tony Hawk.
That'd be awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you just you get a phone call after
If you let my skateboard go now.
Yeah, you like skateboard to say for his daughter.
I have a
I
really
will
specific set of skills.
If I was a skateboard.
If you don't, I will find you and I will grind you.
That is fantastic.
Wow.
I would play the shit out of that game.
I am making that cover.
Another sports-related thing, best team sports game, which was apparently, do you like soccer, football, basketball, or hockey more? And it was basketball.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah, no.
I don't know anything about the game mechanics for team sports
Who
games
cares?
at
Move
all.
Well,
I don't
NFL
know.
Street was fun, but that was like a wacky sports game.
Well, like
So long ago.
my brother really enjoys at least the NHL games.
Yeah.
And for any of our hockey fans out there, I'm so sorry about the lockout. We're probably going to cancel the season. That's really sad.
Wait, what?
But
Well,
That's damn.
there's a hockey lockout.
There's so many
and
lockouts.
if it goes on for another week, they're gonna have to cancel the entire season.
All right,
What are they locked out for? They're not getting paid enough?
It's stupid bullshit. It's like the length of contracts and stuff. Like they fixed all the money stuff. Like they went through negotiations. Everybody's fine with like monetarily what's going on, and it's like a contract thing.
Well,
I don't know.
Wait, I don't care.
yeah. So.
Oh,
Anyway.
I do have one thing to say about the NHL game. I'm not sure if it was in this year, but I know it might still be doing it. They include fight mechanics in the game,
Yeah.
which I feel
More
is,
developed fight mechanics.
I feel is
The-
detrimental to the sport because that's not supposed to happen.
no.
What, fights?
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's why I watch hockey.
That's what. Whenever my uncle makes me go to a hockey game and that fight happens, I'm like, fucking yes.
I went to a P Bruins game,
Yep.
and they beat or tied the record for most penalty minutes ever.
Nice.
So I was really excited.
Well, apparently, I've looked this up. They have certain like members of the team who are there to do fights. If that happens.
Well, have you ever
Like,
seen the movie The Goon?
No, but I think I know. What
It's a comedy about this guy who was recruited to a team specifically just to fight. Like he couldn't
Yeah.
skate, he couldn't hit a goal to save his life, and they would put him out there every time they wanted somebody in the penalty box.
Well,
But anyway,
spurts
hockey
spurts.
aside, one thing I did like about the NHL game, I'm pretty sure it was NHL, and it was maybe last year or the year before. They have this whole you can make your own
Yep.
member, and and
They
this
didn't have-
guy's little sister or something
Yeah.
wrote in, and she was like, I really enjoy playing this with my brother. It's a bonding time for us and whatever, but I can't make a character that looks like me.
Yeah.
And so in the very next game, they
allowed
female characters,
yeah.
and the default was her.
That's the default
Yeah.
design. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Awesome.
And I was like, good
Good
fucking job.
Like that's something I'd expect from like an RPG company. The fact that
Yeah.
like the NHL devs did that, bravo.
Yeah, so
I was
I was
smiling
really...
so big right now.
he is actually. He's smiling
my
real big.
heart grew like 3 sizes.
That day.
So no, I was really psyched when I heard that. And so that was really cool. But as for just sports games in general, I don't care.
Yeah.
Best driving game, Need for Speed, Most Wanted,
Sure.
don't care.
It's
No,
not
it's-
Burnout 3,
What?
so I don't care.
Burnout 3 wasn't even
That came out like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
a thing. It was Dirt Showdown, F1 2012.
It doesn't matter. Keep going.
Forza
I'm
Horizon.
sorry,
and
guy. I'm
Need for
sorry,
Speed
Mike
Most Wanted.
Grimm. I'm sorry.
But wait, what was the game you were telling us about before?
Which one?
The driving one. You were talking to it about on at Cat's house.
You know, the driving one.
God.
No,
The one with
the really
cars?
terrible one
The one with, you know,
where it had this same 3-second loop of music.
Okay.
is that
Yeah,
temporal?
that was a long time ago. That was
Yeah.
when Yaris, the car company, decided they're going to have an emotional game. And that game is awful. It's so bad that you can no longer have it on Xbox Live. And it was just, like the
That's
same couple
fantastic.
second music loop, and it was the worst game ever.
What is the name of this car company?
Yaris.
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 I'm going
Yeah.
to look this up. To my own dismay.
Just look up some gameplay videos. They're awful.
So anyway, best song in a game was "Cities" by Beck. Was in Sound Shapes. I don't know what that is.
I'm going to look it up after
What were
this.
the other
Yeah.
nominees?
The others were "Castle of Glass" by Linkin Park and "Medal of
Oh,
Honor."
speaking of, surprisingly, the worst part, and this is being charitable, the worst part of the VGA's fucking Linkin Park performance. It's like,
Oh, God.
really?
Most
God damn it.
things.
I Was Born for This by Austin Wintory.
Sure.
Wintory.
Sure.
Okay.
That was in Journey, and Tears by Health in Max Payne 3.
Sure.
The best original score, no surprise, Journey.
It was beautiful.
It was gorgeous,
Just
but
play it.
it beat out Call of Duty Black Ops 2,
Hans Zimmer.
Halo 4, and Max Payne 3.
Surprised they didn't have anything for Mass Effect. 'Cause they had a really good score.
They did.
Well, it'd only be Mass Effect 3 this year.
Yeah, but
Be up, but
I think we had a pretty a good score.
Well, they
Yeah.
had.
well,
It was
when did
different.
Skyward Sword come out? Was that
I don't
this?
know.
that was last year.
That was last year. Okay, I only played it this year.
It
So
took me like a year to beat it. So
best graphics, Halo
Yeah,
4.
you said, which it is. It's a very beautiful game. It's like it depends on what do you want to say? Like best photorealism, like these characters look like people, or best like, wow, these are really interesting designs and abstract and stuff. Like they should have two different categories.
Yeah.
One for like photoreal, and Halo 4 wins that hands down. Very, very, really cool looking, like motion capture, facial capture. And
Yeah.
stuff.
I agree with you there, I'll be honest.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair. Best independent game was Journey. That was up against Gust, Fez,
What?
and Mark of the Ninja.
Mark of the Ninja, fucking great.
Why?
I've never heard of either of those, but I
You
kind
need
of
to
want
play
to.
Mark of the Ninja.
Why
I
is
thought
it-
you had.
I had
Heard of
the
it at least.
the best independent games.
You could play Mark of the Ninja with your
that's a weird
physical
category.
stuff.
Not really.
Where-
Indie games are big now.
But a lot of them though. So it's
Yeah, there are a lot.
Where's Torchlight 2 on that?
It's in one of the
Because
RPGs.
isn't it's like one of the best?
Torchlight 2 was up for best PC game
Okay.
and or best RPG. It was up for it, but Mass Effect 3 beat it.
That's a food.
Torchlight 2 is an indie game, right? Am I mistaken?
Sort of.
I don't know. I actually got to there was when the Humble Indie Bundle with Torchlight 2 came out, the developers of all the games that were in there did an AMA on Reddit. And I actually got to ask them a question. I honestly didn't think they were going to answer it, and I was just like, thanks for doing this. I like all these games. They're really cool. Quick question, what do you guys do? Like, do you guys think about disabled gamers when you're developing games and that sort of thing? Because, that's sort of
Your shtick.
my shtick in gaming. And they, two of them answered me, and they were like, we try and work, and, our biggest feedback is from fans like you guys, though, so... And they literally were like, if you have any suggestions,
Who are the devs of this?
Did you suggest?
it was...
The Humble Indie something?
It was the Humble Indie Bundle, the one with Torchwood, and it had a couple others.
Torchlight.
Torchwood, sorry. Torchwood is different.
I want to play
Yeah, it
Torchwood.
Playing Torchwood would just be you fucking everybody.
That would be Miracle Day.
Anyway, so it was a couple others, but they answered and they were like,
Awesome.
it's mostly fans like you telling us. And they were like, if you had a list, and I was like, if you want a list, you say, here's this website that has a list. So that was cool. I felt like I did my good deed of, here's some actual developers, and I gave them the means to, like,
Those
look at
tiers
your
that you
thing.
mentioned earlier? Did you look into those tiers that you mentioned earlier?
Oh, yeah.
T-I-E-R.
I thought you were saying,
I was
talking
that too.
about crying.
Did you lick into those tears? I was like,
That too.
Jesus.
No, yeah, the thing that I'm talking about is called includification, I think. And it's, if you go to Able Gamers, they've got a link to it somewhere. But yeah, so that was cool. I got to ask them that question, which was really fun. Best fighting game, Persona 4. Best mobile / handheld game, sound shapes. Here's a weird category, or it's a pair of categories. Best performance by a human female. Best performance by a human male.
You also just said breast.
I know, I did.
It's the subconscious working.
Now, is
Freudian
this
slip.
is this voice acting or
Yeah, it's voice
is it
acting.
I
motion
guess
capture?
they should have just said best. Yeah,
Voice
so that
act-
might be.
Voice actress,
Yeah.
voice actor.
What were the winners and
Melissa
For
Hutchinson
human female, it was
Melissa
Clementine's voice from The Walking Dead, which is cute. She went up against
Lee.
See, I don't think she's a good voice actress though. Like,
I disagree wholeheartedly.
I think
move
she's
on.
I think she's irritating, but that's just me.
I'm
like,
gonna
all right,
kill you after this is
Femshep,
over.
Femshep though, she
Yeah.
beat out Femshep.
Yeah.
She did
That-
this year.
that's
Yeah.
weird to me because I mean,
I really like Femshep.
Jennifer Hale's a fantastic
Yeah.
seasoned
Yeah, she
voice
is.
actor.
Yeah.
Clementine's fucking amazing.
Jennifer Hale
Anyway,
is an amazing voice actor.
also, Emma Stone apparently voiced something in Sleeping Dogs.
God, yes,
I'm okay with that.
So
Yeah.
dumb. No, never mind. We gotta.
I love Emma Stone. She's
no, I love her too. But it was not even worthy of it. She plays like some girl you can date for literally like 2 missions, and then she
Yeah.
disappears.
I agree.
And then Cortana from Halo 4.
Yeah.
But
and Taylor
for voice actors, we have the guy that voiced Handsome Jack in Borderlands
I
2.
love
That's the
Handsome
guy
Jack.
that won.
Swift. It's
I
worthy.
agree with this.
Lee Everett in The Walking Dead.
Clementine.
I could see he was a really good voice
He's
actor.
great too. Yeah.
Max Payne's voice in Max Payne 3.
Gravity.
And Captain Martin Walker in Spec Ops: The Line.
Oh god, Spec Ops: The Line. I got plenty of things I could say about
I
that.
don't-
It's
I
it's a
don't-
fascinating game, but it's also one I kind of hate.
Best adapted video game, Walking Dead, obviously. It was up against Epic Mickey 2, Lego Batman 2, Transformers, Fall of Cybertron. So, best DLC was the Dawn Guard DLC for
I still need to
Skyrim.
play
Oh,
that.
it's so much fun.
The only thing I need for Skyrim is the dragon mod.
I just want to build my house
Wait,
and
well,
adopt my
do you know
children.
in the Dragonborn new expansion thing you can ride dragons?
Okay,
Something- Yes.
that's silly.
Yeah, you can.
You think it's silly? Like what?
Wait,
don't
so you
like-
can, if you have the Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon mod
Yep.
and that
Yeah,
DLC,
you can.
Well, but
oh my god.
the fucking problem is every single reviewer says the controls are horrible.
Aw.
Worse than the Mako?
They're terrible. they
Zing.
say.
I actually
No,
like the Mako. I'm the only one in the world.
No.
I
One
kind
hand.
of like it.
I know that.
I
See,
hate
you
to
know
love
what?
it.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Bad
so-
part, Heather. Bad
Yeah,
part.
we gotta.
Shush.
I gotta go.
Let's see. Best social game, You Don't Know Jack. I
So. Sure.
don't know
Move
anything
on.
about
That game
that.
is
Move
fun.
on.
Don't read what?
Don't read every single.
Oh, no, we've got 2 more. Calm yourself.
Okay. It's
3 more
taking
actually.
forever.
Do you care?
You Don't
Yes.
Know Jack is the original quiz game.
Yes, it is.
Okay. It's the original quiz game.
Whatever.
Awesome. Most anticipated Grand Theft Auto 5 over BioShock Infinite. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you.
I am. I
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, and it beat out The Last of Us too.
So and
See,
there was
I've-
new Last of Us footage shown, which was fantastic.
Like, it's weird because like that's more of a popular opinion because I am more interested in like Ellen Page the game. So
yeah, I'm much more interested in The Last of Us and BioShock Infinite than another GTA.
yeah, I don't
but
like GTA
that's-
at all.
That's just
I
me.
care enough. It's not my most anticipated.
This
but
one
I know
I'm
gonna get
actually
it.
really interested in.
What one?
Is Game of the Decade.
Yeah, that
was
was weird.
Half-Life 2.
It was random. I sort of agree with that. Whatever.
Of
It
what they
influenced
have,
everyone.
like, it's interesting because I love Half-Life 2. Like, I love Half-Life 2. But it beat out Wind Waker, World of Warcraft, Shadow of the Colossus, Wii Sports, BioShock, the original Portal, Mass Effect 2, Red Dead Redemption, and Batman Arkham City. That's a hard one too because those are all pretty good games. I mean, with the exception of
I want to know what they scored it with.
yeah. I mean, Half-Life 2 is a phenomenal game.
You
And it's been
Absolutely.
It's been out the longest out of all of those, right? So I mean,
I-
that's more fitting of decade. Like,
I mean,
I
Shadow
guess,
of Colossus
yeah,
came
but-
around at the same time.
Well, I wouldn't have given it to Shadow of Colossus anyway, but
Portal.
honestly, where it would have been for me is Wind Waker, Half-Life 2, Portal, and not BioShock. The original BioShock, yeah.
Like I'm like pretty much not the opposite. Like I would have loved to see Shadow of Colossus win something because it was just phenomenal.
Yeah. This is actually starting to be a really long podcast. I'm fine with continuing.
I would love to continue,
But Sean has to go, so he's gonna say bye now.
hold on.
Oh, he's packing up. He's gonna say bye in a second.
About this list, though, I have to say, though, that all these games definitely help define the genre they're in a little bit more.
Like
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
So-
I think it make more sense instead of having an award for Game of the Decade, honoring the games of the decade would make more
Like
sense.
a montage sort of thing? Yeah, I agree.
Like award shows do have montages where they honor certain
Dead people.
games.
And
It is dead people.
You mean slow motion montages with Vanessa Carlton softly playing in the background?
No,
Is that a Cards Against Humanity card?
oh, it should be.
We need to write in Vanessa Carlton
Yeah.
softly
Yeah,
playing in
true.
the background.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, also BioShock Infinite, they showed some new stuff for that. Looks really fun. James trying to eat my sword tassel.
if you know what I mean.
Oh god, that sounded bad.
Bye, Sean.
Yeah, alright.
Bye, John.
We love you. Some more than others.
I appreciate your presence.
the only other thing
Mass Effect.
the only other thing
drops
we
the
really
mic.
have to talk about is character of the year, which went to Claptrap from specifically Borderlands 2 Claptrap.
Character of the year.
All right.
The great thing about the character of the year thing, they nominated Commander Shepard from Mass Effect, and they showed both Fem Shep and Male Shep, which was awesome. And it's a very funny skit. You should watch it. Goodbye.
Good day, sir.
See, that's
Do we want to look up that clip? Is that
what
Well, no, I mean we can't really.
we can
do
probably
anything.
at the description link it. But what were the other nominees besides Claptrap?
Connor Kenway from Assassin's Creed 3. Is that
Okay.
the main character?
Oh yeah, he is.
Okay. Commander Shepard from Mass Effect 3 specifically. Master Chief in Halo 4,
Oh.
and is that Raul Menendez from Call of Duty Black Ops?
Yeah, that's the
I don't
son
know
of.
who Menendez is, and I don't think Master Chief's the character. He's just
Yeah.
Most of the main characters in video games that you play. I think most of the characters that you play in video games aren't really characters at all because they're kind of like self-inserts.
Yeah.
the thing about that is like I do agree with Commander Shepard though, because that game, the character you're playing, you're really just guiding decisions for a character that you're playing. Like, because a lot of people are self-insert for that. Well, I prefer to play the character as if I think that character would react. And Mass Effect 3 is written. Mass Effect is written that way to where you can the actual Bioshock writers wrote that character, not the players wrote the character. Whereas Master Chief is just a silent, gun-toting nothing.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't he? Like, I haven't played, and it's a shame that Christian's not here either.
Well,
but I haven't
played 4, but I played.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't played 4.
I haven't played 4, so I'm only running on what I know between playing 1, 2, and 3.
Well, yeah.
And not enjoying 3 very much. So.
Well, from what I understand, 4 is a little different. Like, they tried to make it a little.
Yeah, they try to actually make more of a focus on the story, but it was I was in a room over from someone playing Halo 4, and it sounded a lot like Call of Duty, just guns roaring and a lot of loud noises.
Well, I mean, that's essentially what Halo is at its core. No, it is.
I cried playing Halo Reach at the end.
I have not played Halo Reach.
Was it because... Is that the one that Nathan Fillion does a voice for? And
I have
Alan
no idea.
Tudyk? Cause...
Maybe. I only know it's the one that you know you're going to die at the end, and the story's just seeing how it happens. And it's
You should have been
terrible.
prepared.
Though, like, having Claptrap win that is kind of cool because it's the debut game for that game writer, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know how different Claptrap is. Like, I only played Borderlands 1.
The Claptrap you meet in Borderlands 1 is literally they're just there.
Yeah,
The Claptrap in number 2 spends a lot of time like being kind of annoying and wisecracking and just being generally being like annoying and funny. So I mean that's interesting that they have that.
We seem to have visitors.
Ooh, visitors.
Come to Studio Finger Quotes. Christian, come here. We were just talking about Halo 4. We need you.
He groans. He's just done with everything.
This podcast is so long.
Girl.
We're up to 55 minutes.
We gotta cut it down.
I don't think so. I think we're just gonna upload it all and they're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a good.
They'll probably like skip around.
So Halo 4, Master Chief was up for Character of the Year. He didn't win.
Good.
Thank you.
But what I had said was I wasn't sure. I think they tried to put a bit more character development in Halo 4.
They did, and in my opinion, they failed. Sean will say otherwise as he sighs begrudgingly. But no, they just the campaign of it didn't seem Halo to me. First of all, they decided to. It seemed like a fan fiction.
That's cool.
It was designed as if somebody who was a huge fan of Halo, of Mass Effect, and of Star Wars just wrote a fan fiction, combining the three things together, and decided to make Halo the dominant piece. But regardless, like, they literally decided to take facts from the previous games and say, no, those aren't facts.
Yeah, you retcons.
Like, at the end, and this is one of the biggest peeves of me, is at the very end of Halo 3, the conclusion, essentially, of the series, Guilty Spark, one of the main characters, literally says, and I quote, "You are Forerunner," to the Master Chief. Humans are Forerunners, which is something that the game has been building up, but not actually saying until that point. They were like, yeah, the humans, they might be the Forerunner, that they can use all Forerunner technology. They're the only ones who can activate the rings. And in Halo 4, they're like, oh no, the Forerunners are a completely different species.
Here they are.
Yeah, here they are. Here are the Forerunners. And we're like, no, what the fuck is that?
I can't deal with, like, story that just, like, completely just drops things.
Yeah, they're just like, nah.
Everybody shut up. Because it's more important. Hi, everybody. It's Kat. And I'm here to tell you all that everybody's so psyched about Journey, but y'all should have been paying attention to that game company long before that, because Flower is the best fucking shit you should ever have played, ever.
I'm gonna let you finish, but...
And if you haven't played it, you're gonna go play it now, because it's like a massage for your stupid, evil soul. stupid heathen soul that has never played Flower, and you're gonna go play it, and then afterwards you're gonna come because it's so amazing, and it's like something is jacking off your soul, and afterwards you're gonna be like, oh my god, that was amazing. Then you're gonna play it again. Also, you're gonna cry, and then you're gonna be like, why did I just cry? I'm a fucking...
Wait, are you gonna cry, Max?
What?
Are you gonna cry, Max?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you for enlightening
All of
me.
that is true.
Dude, you play it, and then you just, like, you cry, and then afterwards you're just like, why am I crying right now? I'm the wind! There's petals! What the fuck is happening? And then, like, afterwards you're just like, what the fuck just happened?
Okay.
And
it's
on
gorgeous.
that note, we're gonna say goodbye
My
for the
name
year.
is a pterodactyl, by the way.
It is. It's true. Happy holidays. Happy non-denominational
I've just been
winter
saying happy
season.
winter to everybody.
Yeah.
Happy solstice and shit.
Happy
Word.
Christmas.
So yeah.
Did you
Have
stop it?
no.
Oh,
Happy
okay.
winter, friends!
Calm yourself.
Oh, you're waiting for it to hit an hour exactly, aren't you?
No, I'm actually not.
Well,
Oh, you're not?
Just cause.
Well, we should do that.
You're...
say one thing, we should keep the Christ in Christmas.
It's hard to take it out.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, we love you, and we will
I
see
I really
you.
don't.
They don't. I love you, and we will see you guys in January.
Yeah, you know we can continue the podcast over the winter break.
Who wants to do that though?
Yes,
I don't.
I will do this.
Just saying.
Why? Say bye.
No!
Bye bye.
Don't tell me what to
Of
do.
yours.